when I got a text from Mike kind of saying, I'm just texting you to see if you're interested. First off, I was glad I knew how to text. So I knew right away that eliminated a lot of the coaches in this profession because they didn't even answer it. All right?
I got the AD's permission at the same time.
That's right. I had it on my calendar, and when I saw it yesterday, had I known I was going to have to come out here and speak to you guys, I would have made sure we played better on Saturday. Right now we're like the Germans in World War II. All right, here comes the boats. It was coming. The binoculars, like, oh my God, the invasion is coming. All right, that's what they did. They were in the bunkers. It's coming. They call Rommel. They can't find Rommel. What do? I'm not doing anything till I get orders. Have you gotten Rommel yet? All right, and the Americans were the exact opposite. We hit the beach, and we're on the wrong spot. What do? I don't know, but these guys are firing. We better go hide over there and blow some stuff up to get up there. They weren't looking for, and that's so we got to make that transition. I don't want the German people to get upset at me. I'm not attacking but that's what happened. You had one group, they weren't worried about what the plan was and the orders and all that. When the war hit, things change. You got to go. And you had another group, now wait a minute, they told us the invasion was way further north, where we had the empty tanks and we were hiding Patton out. We weren't ready for this. Now what do? Well, we better wait till Rommel tells us what to do. I hope I got my names right. I say he doesn't even know history. Or are you like the king historian around here? Huh? History minor at Tennessee. I read him a little Richard from Richard III from Shakespeare, For Want of a Nail. I don't know if y'all ever heard For Want of a Nail. For want of a horseshoe nail. One little horseshoe nail can bring down a whole kingdom. That's what it did back in the 1400s. And they were very engaged in it. I asked if they had read Shakespeare, and they tried to recite some of the old English language, which none of them understood, and I told them I didn't understand their language of today. I know a lot of you guys have heard Jim Stockdale, prisoner of war, Vietnam. I don't know if you've read about him. 8 years he was a prisoner of war. 8 years, and tortured, beat down, and they, of course, everybody, when he gets out, he survived it. And everybody says, well, how did you do it? And very solution-oriented the whole time he was in there. And they say, well, who didn't survive? And he says, the optimists. And of course you go, what? Because you're told, hey, everything's going to be okay. But what he said was that the optimist would say, I'm going to get out by Christmas. And then Christmas would come, nothing. I'm going to get out by Easter. And then Easter would come, well, I'm going to be out by the summer. And then the summer would come, and their spirit would get broken. And they'd die because they'd quit. And so the point of it is that you never lose hope. You never lose faith in what the end of the story is going to be. And I told the team that. Never. I don't have any doubts that Tennessee is going to be what Tennessee expects to be. The punt return game the other night, it was that guy just, that was he hit 2 punts and he cross-kicked them. They went 60-something, but I think they were about, if you did Pythagorean's theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, I bet it was about a 75-yard kick. None of you guys have any idea what that is. That's why you write.
It wasn't a right angle.
Huh?
It wasn't a right angle.
You create a right angle, all right? That's the long side, and then you get the 90 degree.
Is that reviewable?
What, did you make it past Algebra 1? Huh? It's geometry, man. You know, my high school coach used to do that, though. He was one of the all-time. No. He used to tell us every year, and it's a great memory as a player. At the end of the season, he said every year he'd walk into the principal's office and turn in his resignation. We were 52-4 in 4 years. So he says, I resign. And because his point was, he don't want to be here if they don't want him. And, you know, of course, he never left. He was, no, we don't want you to leave. Oh, okay. So I hadn't had the courage to do that right now. So maybe one day I'll do that, but I'm not doing it right now. So that ought to answer your question. I'd be a real dumbass to do something like that. All right. What else y'all got? When you're in this position, you're going to get criticized if you don't get results. So it doesn't have anything to do with what's fair or right. It's just the way it is. Like Bruce Hornsby in the range. That's just the way it is.